Hey everybody and welcome to the bullshit party. And in this one, we're gonna be taking a closer look at the new podium vehicle. Wait, what's this? Oh, over 80% of you are not subscribed. Please subscribe, blah 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 blah. Anyway, back to the video. In this one, we're gonna be taking a closer look at the new podium vehicle, the FMJ. We're gonna be taking a look at its interior, its exterior, the way it performs, and the way it customizes down in Los Santos Customs. And ultimately, we're gonna be answering the question, is it worth it? And starting off with looking at the exterior with a nice 360 around the vehicle. And if you think the design of the vehicle reminds you of something, that's because it's a mix between three vehicles. The current generation Ford GT, the Aston Martin Vulcan, and the Ferrari 488 Pista. Three incredible vehicles to be inspired by. Sadly, on the FMJ though, only the doors are interactive, so basically you can't open anything else, unless you crash. Stand by! And I should be remiss if I don't mention the incredible color scheme Rockstar chose for the podium vehicle. So, the exterior is all good, except for the interactivity, but how does the interior feel like? Well, it looks Italian, looks good, but nothing special honestly. And the sound? Not good, but honestly, not great. And with that, we are off to Los Santos Customs to see what we can customize on this. But not before testing the drivetrain. And yes, this is the most educational part of the video. Seeing what type of drivetrain each vehicle has. And I'm happy to say that this one is a rear-wheel drive. And with burning rubber, we are off to Los Santos Customs to see what we can customize on it. And on our way there, allow me to share with you my initial thoughts of this vehicle, since this is the first time I'm driving it as well. It feels very... It's sort of like a napkin. Nothing particularly special about it, but if you need it, you're glad it's there. The acceleration's so-so, the turning radius is fine, the traction's actually very good, and the brakes are excellent. So I can't really put my finger exactly on what's wrong with it, but the vehicle just feels a little bit off. And keep in mind, this is the stock version of the car, maybe it's gonna improve when we visit Los Santos Customs and max out all the performance. And before you say it in the comment section, no, it's not my driving this time, and yes, this was intentional. And this. And in case you're wondering, this is a two-seater, two-door car that's a part of the sports car class category in GTA Online. It costs a whopping $1.75 million and it was released back in 2016. Which honestly concerns me a little bit as far as the customization goes. Let's just say that most vehicles released back then don't have a lot of customization options. But maybe this one's gonna be different. And in this one, unlike the other videos, where we first repair the intentional damage we did to the car on our way here and then going to upgrade all the performance options, in this one we're gonna be repairing the fake damage and showing you the sell price, cause I'm getting a lot of questions asked about this. And believe me guys, if a podium vehicle is gonna sell for more than zero, I'm gonna tell you. You don't need to constantly write it in the comment section. That said, at this point I'm going down the list and upgrading all the performance options up front. I do this for basically every car that I review just in case I don't forget anything at the end. And my oh my, can you say customization? I mean, the difference between each of the front bumper options was incredible. And what's this? The next customization option is the license plate? Yes please. And did I mention that this car costs $1.75 million? But maybe it's not all bad, maybe the roof options are gonna be good. And of course they're not. Why should they be any different? But I'm gonna talk about the rear panel in a little bit. For now, let's just admire the other customization option, the spoiler. And in case you're wondering, the traction boost you get from each of the wings is exactly the same. So let's just choose the least ugly one and move on to the next customization option, which is goody, the suspension. And I know I harp on this a lot, but there are vehicles released, believe it or not, in 2020 that didn't have this option. And no, I'm not gonna mention the name of the vehicle, I'm not gonna give it the satisfaction. The red Aurora. And as far as the FMJ is concerned, I really like the stock rims. The only thing is, you can't change the color of them. And since this vehicle is seriously lacking customization, I really wanted to make mine, well, mine. And after going through all the options once, clearly it's time for compromises. What's that? The blade. Yeah, that looks awesome. Let's just move on. One thing that I was curious though, and I didn't forget to do in this video, was to see what type of tire design we had for this. Oh, that's so disappointing. And speaking of disappointments, really this is the biggest disappointment in my opinion as far as the customization of this vehicle. Again, in my opinion, the FMJ's best feature is the clear hood, trunk, engine space thing. And I don't really like how if you change the window tint, the tint on that particular piece of glass changes as well. But oh well, it's finally time to respray the car and it's time to look at the poll I posted a couple of days ago, asking you guys what color you want me to make this car. Speaking of, thank you to everybody that voted and hopefully you like the result. Sadly, I don't remember what the poll was even about. That was this. not bad. What was I doing before this? Oh yeah. A video. Anyway, let's just move on, and this is the poll I suddenly remembered. And the winning color is pizza. Okay, I know what to do, just give me a second. Using Google. And totally not regretting putting pizza in the poll. That definitely wasn't stupid. Okay, so we're going for a creamy white color. I'll give you creamy white. What? That's what Google suggested. But was there something weird about that poll, or was it just me? Let me see it again. Okay, just 1 second. So it's gonna be 72 plus 8% plus 7% plus 7% plus 7%. Silly Google. Don't you know that the entirety of it should be 100%, not 101? And why all of a sudden do I sound like Jerry Seinfeld? But I guess that's not important because we found our creamy white color. I'll give you creamy white. And a pizza's gonna be involved as well. What? I'm just reading off of Google. Relax, you guys. And since there is really no saving the car at this point, I decided to make it look as stupid as possible. I mean, as distinctive as possible. How do I delete the first part? Honestly, at this point I have no idea why you're watching this video. There was a once comment full of wisdom. What was it? Oh yeah, that's the one. Truer words have never been written down as a YouTube comment. But let's check back on the video that we're doing. And I gotta say, the pearl scent didn't really help the look of the vehicle. But who knows? Maybe I'm gonna go outside and it's gonna look incredible. Especially with the red rims. I told you, I want it to look distinctive. I mean stupid. How do I delete the last part? And here we are, finally outside, and there's nothing like Los Santos air in the morning. It's just incredible. Anyway, about the vehicle, it doesn't really look that bad in the sunlight. Okay, so we already know that it's not great for customizing, but how does it perform after upgrading all the performance options? To be honest, the improvement's marginal. It feels pretty much the same. The acceleration is still not very good, the brakes are excellent, and the handling of the vehicle, surprisingly, is superb. The only real problem I have with it is that sometimes it just doesn't want to go. Even if you press the gas all the way down, it feels like you're driving a very old automatic transmission car and the car just can't decide what to do. And that really is a shame for this one. See, the shell's good, the engine's good, too bad the customization and the performance upgrade are not. And even though I haven't compared it with anything, I can definitely say that it's not gonna win any races. And shut up, it's not because of my driving. Mostly. In conclusion, it's very difficult to recommend this car, regardless if you're paying money for it or if you're even getting it for free. There are much better, cheaper alternatives if you want to spend money for a car, and if you're getting it from the Lucky Wheel, maybe wait till next week. Maybe that car's gonna be worth it. And before we actually end the video, I'd like to say, please follow me on Instagram. I know I really haven't been very active recently, with my last post being about 10 months ago, but I do plan on posting more there as well, so please give me a follow. You can find the link in the description down below, or just search Bullshit Party. And with that said, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel. And with all that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. And speaking of the poll, thank you to everybody that voted on this week's poll. Sadly though, I don't remember what it was.